My name is Hema Hilal,
I'm Steve,
Nina Sardina,
and I've been a single parent for 7 years.
2 years and 2 days.
almost 10 years.
Raising a child is considered one of the most difficult things to do. Normally, it requires two people. According to a study by CBC News, 1 out of 4 families in Toronto are headed by one parent. Hema Hilal is an example of one of those families.
The first 3 years, at the end of the third year, I said, "Dear God, if this continues, I need an intervention. I can't go on like this."
According to Stats Canada, in 2006, among the single-parent families living in Toronto, 83% are headed by women.
You have to do everything yourself, starting from school, homework, how they grow up, what you're putting in their minds, how you're training their minds, everything. For me, parenthood is really a spiritual process. When I had her, I myself was so scattered in all possible ways, and that is why she herself was very, very wild and she was crazy. As I am growing up, as I'm maturing spiritually, I think this is being reflected on my child, and things are getting much, much easier.
In the year 2000, Nina lost her husband to pancreatic cancer, forcing her to become a single parent.
At first, you feel that you have to be both a mother and a father to your children. Really, when you have no choice, you just have to try and be the best parent that you can be. You have to focus on looking after your children, and that's basically what I focused on, raising my kids. And so it forces you to try and be strong, because you have to get up every day and you have to get out to work because you need to support your family.
According to Canadian Living, joint custody doesn't necessarily mean equal periods of time with each parent. Steve Hu usually sees his son Christian only 2 days a week.
When I was together with his mother, I'd skip out a lot more. I can go do my own thing because I knew she was there, but now I don't. Like, today I'd be hanging out with my friends. Sometimes I will take him and let him hang out with me and my friends, but a lot of times I would just do my own thing because there's another parent for him to fall back on right away on the spot. There's a hard part to it because right now I have to follow him minute by minute while he's around me. There is no other parent to say, okay, go get something to eat, your mother will make it. We just came back from the park, and like I would like to go do something for myself, whether a chore or something, but I'll just stay with my son because I don't have anyone else to leave him with right now. Isolation could be a struggle in the sense that I don't have time to spend with friends my age as much as I used to. I'm not able to go out while he's here because I have to stay. Money is a little tighter because I have to run my own household and contribute to his household too.
There are hardships, but I think other than hardships, I think it's just really the loneliness, how lonely you feel when you don't have your spouse to share things with, especially, you know, the successes of your children. I think that's what really makes me the saddest. Financially, it was definitely more difficult. When my children were young, I chose to stay home with them for a few years. And when I was 50, I was widowed, and I realized that I had to start my life all over again.
We asked the parents if they had any advice to give to other parents without spouses. Hema had recommended meditation.
That is going to help immensely and tremendously in whatever you do and whoever you deal with. The more you get calmer, the more the surrounding gets calmer. And that is going to have a tremendous effect on the child as well.
I feel like a complete person because I have to be mom and dad. I can do anything. Whether it's taking care of my child or taking care of somebody else's child, I understand how to take care of a child.
You know, you go to family or you go to friends. In the end, it's basically you make your own decision and you do the best you can because there's really no alternative.
I do have friends who are not single parents, so I see how easy it is for them in some cases where they both are involved in rearing the child, which is good for the child. But on the other hand, I also see how difficult it is sometimes when they're not on the same page. It's more about being present. What your child needs to see is that whenever you see him or her, that your eyes light up.
I really do believe that one good parent is much better than having a child brought up in a volatile situation.
I try to be there for him, that he doesn't fall into the single parent of no dad at all or no mom at all. I'm a single parent and she's a single parent. Both of us are there actively with him.
Single parents, weekend parents, widows, all different spectrums for a similar form. Though their stories are different, one thing is constant: their love for their children.